Hey kids, Miss Kazai here for our Mindful Monday segment. Today we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to try to make the first part quick so we can get over there in the garden and check out some things. But we're going to do a little stretching that feels really nice, some twists that might, help prepare you if you wanted to do some more advanced pretzel moves in the future. But we're going to take a minute and take some deep breaths and do a few twists, some seated twists. There are a few ways you can do it. And then I thought it would be nice if we went over to the garden and got some updates on how that space is working out over there. I know a few Mindful Mondays ago we were just planting the seeds, and now we're getting to see some things start to sprout out and show life. So it's always a good feeling to see that. I did want to talk, while one of our character traits that's coming up soon is perseverance. We did, Mr. Kazai and I had to deal with persevering through some difficult times because we chose, in the last video, we said usually we don't plant this early when it comes to certain crops. So we did plant some of our tomatoes a little too early because it got cold, and so some things like that are out of our control do happen. And so we did replant a few, but we were able to save some, and for the most part everything we planted is working out. We just had to protect them a little bit and cover. But yeah, perseverance being a word that means to just kind of keep pushing through even when it gets tough and overcoming some obstacles. We have had to overcome some obstacles, but the garden is now getting bigger and stronger by the day. So we'll get over there in just a minute and learn another lesson about gardening. But let's go ahead and do some stretching. Let's just take a few deep breaths. And let's have one more good deep breath, and then let's do these seated twists because they feel pretty good. Okay, so you can do these a few different ways. I like to do seated twists just like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. Some people like to kind of do something a little more fancy, and then there are also ways that you can do it like this. I'm going to sit like this for mine, and I'm just going to kind of lean down and reach out, like you guys have to do sometimes for the sit and reach, until I start to kind of feel a little bit of a pull. And I'm just going to sort of walk over to the side here until I get about here. And I'm just going to get a good seated twist right there. What's nice about seated twists is that you can also do these when you're sitting down in your chair. So sometimes when you're at school and you're told you need to be in your chair, or during testing, even some of those times, you can still get these good stretches. You just watch your posture. And just pay attention to your body and what feels good. So even maybe some nice rolls too. Alright, and when you get all nice and relaxed, we're going to move on over here and check out the garden. Alright. Okay kids, I thought I would bring us over here and just kind of look at how some of this stuff has been growing since the last time we videoed. If you remember, I was on the video planting seeds for the lettuce and spinach, and look how nice and big that is now. We have a lot of new things going on too. Some peppers, definitely the tomatoes and squash and the cucumbers. And then over here we even have, with our tomatoes, a few little radishes. And then this one is a lot of fun. It kind of looks like the art on the back of the poem I shared last week. Isn't that cool? I spread the seeds out into a really nice spiral. Okay. And then over here, in addition to our tomatoes, we have some potatoes coming up.
Me and Mrs. Kazai had a fire out here, and we're going to use the ash left over to put in the garden. It provides one of the three top elements that plants need, and we like the white ash. They call it potash, is what we before. So I got this screen on here. It's going to filter out these big pieces, which it's okay to use some of these. It helps hold water in the soil. So remember, plants need three things to help them grow. They need phosphorus, they need potassium, comes out of potash, and they need nitrogen. And this is a way to help get the plants some potassium and help the soil hold water when we go without rain. We'll see you in the garden to spread this around. Alright, so here we are in the garden with our potash that we got earlier from the fire we had last night. And you saw us filtering it through the screen. We want the white stuff is what we want. So these are onions right here. Onions are one of the plants that like potash. And what we're going to do is just sprinkle that low to the ground around the base of those onions. It's going to help them grow bigger and not be as strong. If they don't have enough potassium, they don't grow to be as healthy, and they normally have a very strong taste. So after you got just a tiny layer of ash on top, get your watering can and you water it in. And that's for better onions and a better garden.
And that's all for today's Mindful Monday segment. You guys get out there, ground yourself, have a good time.